Right on the coast of Coogee stands the Woodman Point Quarantine Station, a site that played an important role for nearly 100 years in preventing the spread of disease. Established in 1886 to isolate individuals and ships at risk of or infected with contagious disease, it served Western Australia until 1979, where it closed. For years we have set out to investigate here, and kindly, the team at Paranormal Perth extended their hand for us to join them on their investigation. Throughout the night, we investigated parts of the grounds and found ourselves at the shower block, the first stop for passengers disembarking at the former quarantine station, where they were required to take a shower with disinfectant before accessing their accommodation at the site to isolate plague sufferers from the mainstream of hospital patients at Fremantle. We never filmed this to be an investigation for the Afterlife Party, out of respect for the team that invited us as guests to their investigation. However, a massive thank you to Nikki and Darren at Paranormal Perth for giving us permission to showcase the Woodman Point Quarantine Station on our channel and share one of our bucket list locations with our community. We honestly can't say it enough. Thank you. We sincerely appreciate the support. So, on this extremely cold and windy night, join Kat and myself with Jess and Nikki from Paranormal Perth at one of the most active places on the grounds of the quarantine station, the shower block, that has remained relatively unaltered since its closure. And trust us, you won't be disappointed. We have shifted places at our location, and it is Nikki, it's Jess from Paranormal Perth with Kat and myself. With just the four of us now, we've decided to find some shelter because the wind is picking up a little bit. So we've kind of come under here to protect from that. We've got all the little toys out and about. Boo has finally left the house.
He's upgraded.
He's upgraded his accommodation to this place. But we've got the EMF near Boo because we have had success where the EMF has gone off near Boo before. We've had almost a level 5 spike near Boo. So in a location that was completely powered off.
Yep.
So we've got our cat balls. They're normally always fun. We've got the REM pod over this side, and we've got the dead bell, which is our kind of new piece of equipment. And this is your first time seeing the dead bell.
So how does dead bell actually work?
Okay, so the dead bell, so it has its own sensor, and using this little device here we can turn it on, but we can actually control the sensor of how large or how small it goes. We have trialed this.
The sensor is an EMF sensor, by the way.
So we have actually trialed this by putting it near in locations in EPOS, like near EPOS machines, near tills, near computers, and we've adjusted and played around with the sensor so we know its limits of where it needs to be at in order to like pick up that signal. So we never put it full bore. We always kind of either have it no more than 2/3 up and sometimes even lower.
Yeah.
It will ding when I turn it on. So if I go all the way up.
What's super cool about this?
I've gone back to half. I've gone half here.
Sweet. Probably can be higher here because there's less interference, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Oh, hello. Somebody decided to give this one a go already.
Should I move Remy further away just in case? We've worked out that they don't set each other off.
Not at that distance because Remy's only got about a 30 centimetre range.
So if it was you that just dinged the bell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you found though that sometimes right after we've turned it on, sometimes we get a positive from it? Similarly to sometimes the REM pod, after you've just set it up, sometimes you'll get a blip.
Yes, but not as often.
Not as often, no.
No. It's interesting though because we used this when we were near the crematorium. And it asked us to go further back, and then as we went further back and left, it then dinged.
That was cool.
So it was like it wanted us to leave and then rang the bell. But if anyone is here and wants to give that another go, by all means, at any stage, give that a go. If you like the party lights, the REM pod's the one for you.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or you can go give Bill a hug.
Yeah.
Boo is a very, very safe space. Loves cuddles. If you'd rather not communicate with anybody and you just want to, interact in a more gentle way, feel free to approach Boo, and, we might still know that you're there, but you don't have to interact with us.
Yeah.
That's a little safe, quiet space for you.
We are here out of respect, and although some of our devices might actually sound a bit noisy, none of these will harm you in any way, shape or form. They're here just for you to enjoy and for you to communicate with us if you want to share a bit about you, or just to let us know that you're here and you appreciate them and like them. That's what they're here for.
There was a mosquito trying to eat the microphone.
Ammo.
Oh,
Mosquitoes.
when I was sitting in that house, I was a beacon for every bug in Western Australia. It was just like,
Remember like at Clackline, hey? That was probably the worst for it.
oh, that big moth.
You just had a swarm around your face when you were
there was
holding
a
the
massive
camera.
moth that you could see fly from further away go through the thing, and then we go to the phasm, it goes. And I didn't chasing it. I think I said on the blooms, I was like, I'm alright guys, just a huge moth. I saw it just fly straight into my face. And I could see it coming on the camera, and it was like, oh, it's gone past me.
No, it hasn't.
See that noise?
I
there?
think that's me. No.
Nah, it's the wind on this.
It's the wind on the gutters.
Yeah.
Even if you were to spread out around, it would be so hard to narrow down the hotspots here.
It's so big.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I definitely think that the quarantine hospital. Hey!
Oh, hey.
Yeah, so thank you very much for dinging the bell.
Appreciate it.
We're talking about hotspots around the place.
Is the quarantine hospital a hotspot?
Understandably that we can't go and investigate there tonight, but if that is where you normally stay and normally reside,
That's alright.
then please feel free to ding that bell. Understandably, yeah, like I said, we don't have access to go there tonight.
But
Yeah,
maybe
just
you would
hear
like
a-
us to
like
come
a-
there another time.
Yeah, I heard that.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. You didn't hear it?
No.
Okay.
I heard it.
That wasn't wind.
No.
I didn't hear it, but I've literally got like my ears covered up with
Yeah,
the
I
wind.
literally heard that. Like, it sounded like a female just like,
Yeah.
and little Jason looked at us and was like, what?
It was behind Cat.
Yeah.
Wasn't me. I did hear a bird just before, I think.
Yeah, no, this wasn't a bird.
Yeah, cool.
You could tell it had that.
Had a female toe.
It had a
Yeah.
tone to it.
Okay, well, we may have heard you. If that was you trying to chat with us, really, really appreciate it. That was amazing. Thank you.
Can you ring the bell again just to confirm that we did hear you?
Well, if that's a little bit too intimidating, Kat has a mic that you can scream as loud as possible in there.
When you're walking on gravel.
I
Kat, can you
can't
spin that
hear
behind
much
you?
over that.
I can't do sounds at the moment because I need this over my ears, and that's
Okay.
all I can hear.
Yep.
Because the wind is too
It's like,
painful in my
Yeah, I'm
ears.
hearing stuff that Jason's hearing.
Okay.
I thought people were like going.
You've got to remember that if they were at such a sickly state that their feet may have also been dragging.
Yeah.
So that could be the dragging
That's
coming
kind
in.
look, it is windy as well.
It
It
is
could be
windy.
rocks being like pushed with the wind. It could be anything. But
Hi!
Hi.
is that you moving around? If that is, can you ding the bell? One thing I'm trying to do now is pay attention to how often that is going
Yep.
off cycle
Yes.
wise.
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah.
It's like, is it in time with our questions, or is it in time with some kind of other cycle right now?
Do you like that Jason's talking to you? Can you set it off?
Is there any nurses with us here? Can you tap the bell or the REM pod?
Have you followed Jason and Kat from another location that the bell's been at?
What?
Yeah, I heard that. The door knocked twice.
Yeah, do
Yeah, that scared me. I'm sorry.
Ooh, okay.
Like literally,
it was in sync.
It was like
It was in time. If it was wind, it like,
yeah, like
would've just
literally
gone-
knock.
Yeah, it was 2 knocks.
Yeah.
Well, but
Did that
it's-
just?
Not sure.
I saw somewhat of a spike.
Did you?
Yeah, out of the corner of my eye.
Alrighty, that's cool. That's cool.
Are you near Boo?
Boo's pretty cool. I like Boo. Boo's probably one of my favourites.
I love it. Boo is your favourite person on the channel, hey?
Yeah, Boo's my favourite.
Boo is technically it's me and Kat's third investigator.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah,
Good old
yeah.
Boo.
He's like the most loved member of the Afterlife Party. How do you feel, Boo?
I feel great. That was not me. The Phasm will show. I did not move my mouth.
I felt awesome.
The moment that Boo speaks on an investigation, I reckon that'll be it. Hey?
You know what would be
Yeah.
really weird? You know what would be really weird? Is
What?
if Boo just turns around and his face
Oh
is...
my god! No!
Thank you for ringing the bell.
It's like,
Did it?
yeah, when that went off.
At the same time?
I told you.
Boo! You like Boo?
Ooh, okay. That could mean one of two things. That either means that that both of those devices, being EMF detectors, have detected a spirit,
Yeah.
or there's an actual electrical interference happening, which is affecting both of them.
Can you?
Which is less likely because they're in different spots.
Yeah.
Can I switch these two around then?
Yes.
Then if the REM pod is getting that same electrical current, then the dead bell theoretically shouldn't go off because that's not being triggered by anything.
Sorry, what?
He wants to swap them
The
to
dead
see
Yeah,
if there's any
explain that
interference.
again though.
Because, right, if they're being affected by a current
Yeah.
and we move the dead bell further away,
Then they still both go off together.
we know that
Then yeah, it's not.
Debunked.
Yeah, I agree. Swap them. Definitely.
in the meantime, you may have spiked that right when I spoke about Boo.
Boo's pretty cool. I like him actually.
If you really do,
It just went again.
The one thing I really like Boo is you can pick him up and throw him. He's great.
Do you want us to throw Boo,
So,
or do you
alright.
prefer to cuddle Boo?
yeah, if you are actually spiking that near Boo, that is incredible. If you really want to stay with Boo, and that's your comfort zone, please spike that again for us, please. I really, really appreciate it.
If you
What-
can make it up to yellow, that'd be really cool.
What's interesting though is it hasn't done it the whole time.
No.
If we're in a current, that would be spiking on a regular
Bit more
basis since the
consistent, yeah.
very start.
Also, is that camera on or anything
No,
over there? No,
It's just
Okay,
a battery pack.
Yeah.
Just turn off,
Because what the EMF will detect is more like changes in the electromagnetic field around it. So, like, say if you turn a light switch on and off, or you turn on, a fridge compressor turns on and off, you bring
Yeah.
something into its field that changes it. Nothing has changed around that.
There you go. Spiked again.
Perfect. Thank you. Did that actually go to yellow?
No, I don't think so.
I think it did.
It went to yellow.
It went to yellow, and
Yeah.
you asked it to go to yellow.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks.
so cool. Thank you so much.
I'll take this away just to be sure.
Just to be sure, yeah.
You like Boo. If you have enough energy, I'm going to move this REM pod a bit closer. Maybe you can use the energy from the REM pod to see if you can push Boo off the ledge. If you can push Boo off that ledge, that would be fantastic. You obviously feel the comfort in Boo. That's the one thing that you've gone near. Granted, the dead bell they were digging earlier,
Yeah.
but it seems like the gravitational towards Boo now. But we did say it was a safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if there was kids that passed or that might feel a bit more comfortable coming
To be
up
fair,
with them.
like, plushies aren't just for kids.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know Jason's got probably a few at home.
Like, to be fair, like, we own them.
It's just slushy.
I really want
I
to
love how
have
we get-
all 151 OG Pokemon in plush form.
No.
Yeah.
But I love how we take toys from our own stuff to
Yeah.
bring
Well,
for
Boo,
kids.
Boo,
and it's
Boo.
like,
Boo literally,
be like, "Oh,
Boo was literally in my game room, my streaming room. Boo was always in there, and we bought it on an investigation. I think we accidentally left Boo in the bag, and when we went out next time, Boo was still in there.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay.
Official, unofficial mascot.
Yeah.
I'll let Bruce go.
If you're still here with us, could you light up the K2 meter a little bit, please?
All the spirits here that were sick and that would have passed on, they would have been in a real state of weakness, body-wise.
Yeah.
So it's correct.
So it's interesting that if it's not so active and stuff isn't going crazy, you think about the energy that they might have to put in might be a bit not as much. Because their bodies would have been in weakened states.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it would have been just like,
And I'm wondering, even in the afterlife,
If that's
that
still the
continues.
same case. Yeah.
yeah.
Potentially.
If you are here and you're not very energetic feeling, you're more than welcome to draw it from our batteries. Thank you.
Thank you for activating that. Cheers.
Maybe, maybe you answered yes to my question.
That was cool because those two didn't go off at the same time necessarily either.
Yeah.
That was me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the first time we've done it so close together. You
Yes.
are amazing.
Good
Thank
job.
You.
So,
That is
Yeah.
so cool.
so
That
you're
is
able
so
to
cool.
draw power from the batteries. If you can press the bell again, that would be fantastic. Just means that we know you're here.
We haven't had them ding so close together, so that breaks the cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That breaks the cycle. Oh, I can't believe it, mate. That's cool.
Places where you can get energy from. One of them that we know spirits have found it fairly easy to get energy from before is the batteries in this light up here. The one that's just above my hand. I know that that's been a good source of energy for other spirits. But you can also use the REM pod, which is the one in the center with the red light on it. I know it's a little bit noisy, but it's a really good source of energy that you can actually draw on to make yourself feel a little bit better and able to communicate with us.
Sorry, I'm gonna cough.
It's all right.
So if you really, really need power, I've got a little blue light over there if you'd like to draw from that too. Got lots of power.
Yeah. Would you maybe ding the bell for us again if you would like us to turn on another device that will allow you to communicate with words to us?
I think we can definitely all agree that there is no current here
No.
mixing any with any of these.
No, it'd be an odd spot for it as well underneath that particular flooring.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only that, but there is no consistency.
There's no light up underneath here either, so there's no
No.
reason for there to be electricity running under that specific spot.
No,
Correct.
there's not.
Is anyone still here with us?
Alright, well, we're going to switch it up and attempt an EVP. We know we said there was a bit of a breeze going, but this wall just to the side here is such a good block of the wind. So we're going to go there and ask, see if anyone wants to have a communication with us. We'll ask one question each.
Yep. Sounds
Pass it around, leave a bit of a gap in between. This is our EVP recorder. It's just a little MP3 Olympus recorder that we hit record. We can talk, and we can sometimes pick up on things that we can't audibly hear with our own ears. And it's a way that spirits can say words, answer our questions, and we can hear it back in real time. So, yes, we're going to give it a crack.
So if there's anybody just here who has been communicating with us through using Boo or using the bell, just come with us around the corner and we'll give you an opportunity to communicate with us using your voice. It is actually stiller here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So nice. Okay.
Alright. Should we just go around the circle?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Jess, you're first.
Are there any nurses here?
Is there a male called Thomas? You're right.
Moth flew into my head, sorry. Let me.
Yeah.
It literally went.
Damn. I saw it. I'm like, what? Moth round 2. Cat balls and moths. Jesus.
I am the ruler of all insects.
What Jason? Ah.
Alright, I'll play this back anyway.
Yeah. We'll redo that anyway.
any nurses here?
Is there a male called Thomas?
Did you hear the dead bell go?
Yeah, twice now, 3 times.
I thought that was on the EVP.
No.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.
Can you do that again for me again?
If you were trying to tell us that you'd prefer us to communicate in this area,
I don't trust this tripod, mate. It's wind.
was it swaying? Do you want to shorten the legs like the other one?
Yeah.
Because it was weird, like I had a blank, like when I went to ask a question, and then Jason was like,
Oh, my mosquito. My attack of mozzies.
If you were ringing the bell to tell us that you'd prefer to communicate in this area, could you please ring it again? If that's what you were trying to say? Or maybe you were just trying to let us know that we should move our camera because it's too windy.
thank you.
I appreciate
If so, thank you. Well, I mean, sometimes they do. They'll draw your attention to something for a specific reason.
But that went off a couple of times quickly.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know if it was 2 or 3. It
3.
was definitely 2.
It was 3.
Sorry.
There was 1 and then there was another 2.
Yeah, I only heard 2 of them.
No, there was 1 before that.
Alright, we'll try again, hey?
Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's be serious again.
Group in, guys.
Attack by mosquito, game 1.
Closer, closer. Get snuggly. Good job. Good job. Yeah. create a circle of security.
Oh! We all did that and actually clashed heads. Like,
Oh my god.
oh,
The 3 Stooges over here. Fuck it, love it.
alright.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Is there a nurse here?
Is there a male called Thomas?
Would you like to introduce yourself by name?
To the spirit that is kindly ringing our bell, can you let us know who you are? Alright. We kept it together. Go team.
Is there a nurse here?
Is there a male called Thomas?
Would you like to introduce yourself by name?
To the spirit that is kindly ringing our bell, can you let us know who you are? No. The little shift is me moving it close to you. The wind's probably got
Yeah.
it, and you can hear the plane going.
Hey,
Yep, we're coming back.
we're coming.
I do think this. Yeah.
Like an intermittent ring?
I don't know.
Can you ring it again, please?
Could something be realistically surging through here? It went off 3 times. It's not done that the whole time.
No, the fact that it went off 3 times that close together hints to me that there is some kind of intelligent communication.
Yeah. The 3 here, I think they're pulling us over here.
Yeah. It's kind of like, hey, don't forget about me.
But then again, I asked them if you are trying to ask us to come back over here, ring it again, and they didn't. So,
But they did also say that they don't have much energy.
did they say that, or did we say that?
We asked. The
Well,
second
we-
time.
Oh,
we
yeah, we
made-
talked about it
We
and it rang.
made
Yeah.
the conclusion that if they're
mosquito.
sickly
Yeah,
at death,
and they rang it.
True, yeah.
And then I asked them directly, could you ring it if that's the case? And they rang it.
True, yeah, you're right.
We think.
Yeah.
I'll never 100% say yes.
Do we still want to try and delay using Spirit Talker and go into a spirit box maybe, or do you reckon just try some Spirit
I
Talker?
definitely think a spirit box might be handy out here and just try it.
Spirit box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give it a try because you never know what could come up.
Yeah, do you want to?
Yeah,
Just
so
make
then
sure
you can
write
get
that
yeah,
down as
so
well,
you
yeah.
can
Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
cool.
Now don't go selfie mode.
Wow!
If there's any children here, could you come and sit next to me, please?
I'd just like some kind of confirmation that you are still here, because I'd understand that there was some pretty scary loud noises with all the walkies and the talking and all of that going on. So if you're still here and would like to communicate with us, could you ring the bell again, please? Or light up the lights on the device next to Boo. Just remember that Boo is a safe space. So if you'd rather go back towards Boo, that's okay. We'd like for you to be able to do that.
Just before Kat started speaking, the K2 went off.
I did.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Nikki. That's my confirmation that someone's still here. Thank you.
Shivers.
Tell you what, my knees feel a bit shot now, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, just from being on my feet.
Do you like Boo? I like Boo. Boo's pretty cool.
Shotty knees from too many years of sports. Sorry? Shotty knees from too many years of sports.
So we're going to turn on another device now that you can use to communicate with us. It's called a spirit box. And this one here scans through radio frequencies really quickly, so that we can't hear any of the noises from the radio stations themselves, but the noise, the white noise that it generates and the background radio frequencies, you can actually use that to make some words and communicate with us in your own voice. So we're just going to turn this one on. It will be a little bit noisy, but feel free to approach it and come and try and get a message through to us if you like. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Obviously you're here, you've got something's happening, so let us know.
Every time.
I'm scared.
Thank you.
A little bit.
Yeah, I heard that little.
Hello, is there someone here with us?
Yeah.
You're still welcome to use the bell though.
Is anyone here with us? Can you say hi?
Could you tell us maybe what this place is to you? What's your connection with this place?
Are you hearing it too?
Thank you.
I'm hearing more noises out there than I am here.
Yeah, I'm hearing heaps out here now. It's like kids running around.
I don't know what I'm hearing. Thank you for ringing the bell again.
Am I hearing you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you do it again?
Can you maybe ding it twice? We haven't done that tonight, just to reconfirm. We appreciate that you are ringing it.
If the bell is an easier piece of equipment for you to use than the others, then maybe ring that one twice for us, please, so that we know. Alright. So we're going to turn this one off. Thank you if you've tried to use it and we haven't understood what you had to say.
Your stomach would have just dropped down.
Hey, you were hearing that?
Sorry. I thought I was being quiet.
You guys have no idea.
Yeah.
That window's just peaked up.
The experiences
Yeah.
from the last
Weekend.
little while that are. Oh, okay. Thank you very much if you have been communicating through that and we haven't understood you, or if you've given it a really good go. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain this one?
Yeah, I
Because
can do.
I feel like I've been talking
Yeah, no, it's all good.
non-stop.
This one here is what we call Spirit Talker. So this is running on a phone. This one's on an Android. We have one on Android and one on iPhone. We have one of each. We don't know why we do that. It's just interesting to have the two separate. Especially essential.
I mean, I can put it both on to a Spirit Talker if you want.
I reckon.
May as well.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do both. Yeah.
Yeah, so I need to get that one
It's
ready.
always interesting.
So Spirit Talker is essentially an app that runs through this phone, which is no Wi-Fi, no SIM card.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No anything. No connection to the outside world, absolutely now. And we are only running this on it. It's not a usable phone in any way, shape or form. It's a database of words that spirits can manipulate the senses of the phone to speak to us, sometimes in one words, sometimes a full sentence. It uses all the phone senses. Now we try and have this as flat as possible because we want no manipulation of those senses, especially by us. So we put it down on a flat surface and just leave it where it is and allow it to do its thing.
And Mama Grace will sit circles.
Yeah. Radio circle.
Come join us in the circle of friends. There's always room for one.
Hey!
Do you like Jason singing? It's very interesting.
Are you joining us? Interesting. I love it.
That's the polite way of saying it was awful.
I found it entertaining.
Do you like it because Jason's British accent?
I mean, I can hit higher notes if you want me to. I can go full.
He actually, like, he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, that was my phone.
On.
Yeah, that was on.
Alrighty. Would you like to come through and try and speak with us on one of these Spirit Talker devices? I just thought I might actually move this one to the edge
Yeah, no.
outside. So if this goes off, it doesn't really count right now. There you
Now,
go.
we did say, when investigating at the other place, these coincided over there with the same conversation.
We did, yeah.
This time is a bit different because it's the one same group running to. Our intention is to have the same conversation,
Yeah.
and our intention is to confirm that both these are talking the same kind of lingo.
Yeah. Also, like, you know, there's some theories out there that maybe because the programming is slightly different for an iPhone and an Android app, that one might be easier to use than the other or stuff like that. So what's interesting is that we'll often get similar words but not the same word.
Yeah.
Come
Also,
through.
the fact, so far we have not gotten a single word
Is
on either device.
bizarre.
Hey, got one. Nicholas.
Hi, Nicholas.
Hi, Nicholas.
People keep running.
Are they
Nikki's
running?
been feeling someone running near
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Are they running around us, or do you mean that they're running from this area?
What's funny is, like,
Yeah.
was they hadn't got anything and then one and the other.
I know.
Bam.
Towards you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. I feel like somebody just enjoys ringing that bell.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this
Yeah.
point, I think they're just enjoying it.
It's like, oh, it's cool.
Have
Like
you?
a kid, maybe.
Not friendly.
Oh,
Ooh,
Are the people running not friendly?
you're trying to warn us.
that wind is definitely picking up.
Yep.
I can assure you that we are here to be friendly and respectful if you're concerned about that. Just in
Always,
case
always
you
respectful.
missed it earlier, when we introduced ourselves.
I was executed.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's a bit. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
That sounds horrible. We didn't realise that this was a place where people were executed.
I wonder if there was some neglect and they may have felt like it was an execution in regards to the illness.
Yeah.
It was like almost like a death sentence in a
Yeah,
way.
Yeah.
because it
Or
was.
could they have, the real sick ones, could they have just stopped
Baron.
spreading?
Baron? Oh, Baron.
B-A-R-O-N, Baron.
Baron.
Okay.
could they have, the real sick ones, could they have tried to stop
Yeah.
the spread?
This place
And
was
then-
also used as like not just a quarantine centre, but for a short while, like in its later years, was used as like an immigration camp, detention centre type thing as well, which is brings in a whole another barrel of fish of things that are not necessarily documented.
Yeah.
Can you tell us maybe when you were executed, and then we might be able to find out some more information about
We
it?
can knock.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
The knocks on the door earlier.
Yeah.
Can you knock again for us? That'd be really cool. There's a lovely door right behind Jess. She'd like to hear a really big bang if you could do that for
I'd
me.
love it.
Yep.
Woman.
A woman. Okay.
Yeah, right there, behind me. Doors.
What's her name? Can you tell us that, please?
What you going to say before to reintroduce ourselves, since we haven't done that?
Yeah. In case there's any spirits here that are new, and we just wanted to introduce ourselves now that we're using these devices. We come here really respectfully, and our intention is just to open a dialogue and give you a chance to have a voice, and we can have a little bit of a chat. You can tell us anything that you would like the world to know. My name is Kat.
My name is Jason.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Nikki behind the camera. Hi.
If you'd like to tell us your name, anyone who is here, or maybe how many people are here as well, so that we know how many names there are.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Natalie.
Hi, Natalie.
Nice
We're
to
not
meet-
nasty.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
Natalie.
you. Thank you very much for confirming that. Like, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It makes us, certainly makes us feel a lot more comforted, and it allows us to project more energy for you to communicate, in a sense, because we feel safer in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
And
comfortable.
we want the same for you as well, to be able to feel safe and comfortable in this area around us, to use your energy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That hasn't gone off for quite some time.
I
Yeah. Don't know.
I don't think it's triggered. I don't think it's triggered by anything. I
don't
can't
think so
think.
either.
I think it is either.
I
But at the
can't.
same time, it seems to be fairly random rather than as communication.
Well, no,
I
but
can't
also it hasn't
really-
at the same time.
Yeah, true. It has, but it hasn't.
Unless it could be like a kid, like being, oh, fancy trying to let me play. You know
Scared.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
There you
Don't be
go.
scared.
Are they
You
using
can
that
do that.
because they're too scared to come closer?
Could be, yeah.
And that's like their safe zone.
If you would
Rat
like
torture.
Oh.
No, we don't do that.
That's it?
Rat torture.
rat torture.
Yeah, the bucket on the tummy with the rats.
Oh,
That's something that they
yeah.
did in the era of the plague.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
So that
testing.
in like the, I think
Yeah.
in the Spanish countries is where they
Yeah.
sometimes did that kind of torture.
Or they put the rats on the
Amaze.
stomach.
Amaze.
Amazing. And they literally heat the bucket to make the rats burrow into the
Yeah.
tummy.
Yeah.
And then they eat the person from inside.
Literally be the worst idea ever during the bubonic plague. It's
Yeah.
like, here you go, rats, eat some plague and spread it everywhere.
Hence the rat torture.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, okay. Is that something that you experienced?
maybe that was the execution.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that's a point.
Strangled.
Oh, God.
Really?
Can you tell us when, please? Can you give us maybe a year when this happened so that we can try and share your story?
I've been following you.
Oh.
That makes
Okay.
sense because it did say in the room
Yeah, that they came
Alexander, and we got that up at the crematorium area.
Have you been following Kat and Jason, or have you been following us around the property?
Where have you followed us from?
If it says what I think it's going to say.
Sorry.
If it says what I think it's going to say, I'm going to freak the.
Just thought I heard footsteps there, but
Yeah.
that could be them coming down as well. There you go.
Thank
We'll have a
you.
look quickly.
Yes, thank you.
Just we can.
I feel like that's my conversation that they're playing games about.
There's no one there.
Would you like us to continue staying here, or would you like us to move?
Regina.
Regina.
That's your,
I thought it said something else then.
that's your confirmation of the bell you said, and it went off again quickly.
Yeah.
And I
Cool,
also,
thank you.
I'd also asked at that very moment, would you like us to move? And the bell went off.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Ding. Okay.
Can you ring it one more time to let us know that you'd like us to
Go
leave?
forward.
Go forward.
Okay,
I
yeah.
was literally
Thank
what I
you.
was trying to say was, could you tell us where you would like us to move to?
Go forward.
Go forward.
Okay, cool.
To the program chat.
To the program.
Sounds good.
Shed. To the program.
Right over there.
Okay,
What
so
did you say?
It didn't say it out loud.
what was it?
Yeah.
Anna.
Anna.
Oh!
We got that up.
That's the name that we had in the.
We had it
in
like
the
twice,
crematorium.
didn't we?
No,
Yeah.
just once for
Just
the word
once?
Anna. Unless the other group got it as well.
Mm.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
I swear me and Darren
We
got
were
it, but he
both
said,
saying
he
Yeah.
said we didn't, but I swear we got it.
Okay. Hi, Anna. Have you followed us from somewhere as well? When you say go forward, can you tell us where? It would be great if you could be a little bit more specific. How far forward?
Potentially.
Potentially she followed us from the crematorium?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe she even saw us before we got up there. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
That's why she saw us from there, but it's not where she found us tonight.
Mm.
So it's potentially come from, like, it's potentially followed us, but not necessarily
Yeah.
from the crematorium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be from.
May have been
Other-
there.
I like
Places.
talking.
Hey.
Oh, that's great. Hey!
Like
Cool.
talking to you too.
Alright, I think we do need to let the other guys come here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll swap. Yeah, and definitely give it the other places a go. Well, thank you for having a little chat with us.
Yeah, thank you for all of
Very
your
much
communication.
appreciated.
Very much appreciated. This has been so fun. This has been so nice. Thank you for playing with all our equipment and our gear
Yeah.
and coming near Boo and playing with the bell and
They
You've
could have
made,
even been
you've
playing.
made Jason and Kat very happy
happy.
playing with the bell.
Yeah.
yes.
You could have even been playing with Boo a little bit more, and we don't always notice, and that's why Boo's such a safe space too. It's because you can just sort of go and do your own thing. So thank you if you've been enjoying that space.
Deep.
Deep. Okay.
It's a little bit.
Alright.
That's alright.
Alright, we're gonna
Pack up and move to a
back up and
different
move to a
spot.
different spot. We do have some friends of ours that are gonna come down here. Hopefully you can give them the same fun time that we've enjoyed with you.
They might have
thank
some different toys and bits and pieces you can play with, but we would like you to know that you can trust them the same way that you can trust us. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's
Thank
do it.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Nikki, for filming.
No problem.